Hello. I'm doing an update. This is Drew Morning Show. Update on what happened. Yeah, we pretty much wiped them out. We wiped out all the bad people, all the people that are against us, because they didn't even have the most they had was 15 seals of approval. Uh, like one of us had a trillion seals of approval. One of them didn't even have any badges, any starship badges. They didn't have one, and a lot of us had up to a trillion. They didn't. They had maybe two or three keys at the most. And yeah, we have a trillion keys. We have over a trillion keys. Just one of us. And we're like, yeah, that's just that's just And you folks need to know that how the universe works. The universe is broken up into sections of 590,000 years. 590,000 years is the farthest you can go in one universe. We usually stay in the we're actually 72,000 years in in the timeline. There's 590,000 years in total for the universe for our timeline, and we're at 72,000 years. And so that's what happens. And then we go up the timeline. This thing about 200,000 years that 200,000 years ago was in the like the big the end of end of the Lemuria, which was let's see how it was like 400. So let's see here, 72 minus 220,000 years was at the end of the Lemuria. Lemuria lasted about 480,000 years, or maybe yeah, about 480,000 years was the end of Lemuria. The Great Flood happened, and then at 480,000 years, we came about. We actually landed here on the planet at 220,000 years ago, and then at 590,000 years, we started at day one. We started at the at the day one, and then we went up. We're currently 72,000 years ahead of day one, which is day one. So just so you got folks know the timeline. And about 2,000 years ago, with the BC or whatever, 2,000 years ago, because we're at 2,000, 2,000 years ago uh, was uh, was 70,000 years. We're into the 509,000 year slot, and there are people that are 225,000 years, and at around okay, this is how it goes. At 250,000 years, when you go up to we're at 72,000 years right now. When you go up to 250,000 years, you go back to around 45,000 years. 45,000 years, or yeah, about 40,000 years. That's where you end up in the medieval times. You end up in the medieval times. And about 60, usually around 60,000 years, 65,000 or 65,000, 70 years, 70,000 years is when the evolving planets happen. Is when like Moses and Jesus and all them, they actually form Moses and Jesus. So let's think about Lemuria lasted all the way to one day, all the way to 480,000 years. That's how long they reigned. And then they died at the flood, and then we came about. We came out 220,000 years ago, which was maybe yeah around 460,000 years maybe or something like that. 450,000 years I think it was, and Lemuria lasted. Yeah, Lemuria lasted. Yeah, it's 450,000 years. The Lemuria all the way to one day, all the way to 450,000 years. That's how long Lemuria lasted, and then we came about 210,000 years, went up to 509,000 years, and then we went back to day one, and now we're up to 72,000 years. So just so I have folks know how it works. That's interesting. I can see the map, and I see all the timelines and everything like that. That's how we know the timelines. That's how we know the timelines of what goes what goes where. That's how we know how to shift and everything like that. We can go from this timeline, we can go to that timeline. We can move our whole planet to this timeline. We can move whole planet Earth to 450,000 years to the future. We can move, uh, like right now, the little big town, the God's town, and the world shaper community is at 225,000 years. But they're actually in our timeline, they're actually 17,000 years. And they're supposed to be at 225,000 years. So instead of reverting down at 250,000 years, instead of reverting down to 45,000 or 40,000 years, they'll just stay with us. They'll just super sent with us. That's how we're doing. We're all staying in the same timeline. We're all staying on at 2022, which is interesting. That's how it works. So we actually won. We actually have more to the approval. They're actually fixing my simulator. They're fixing my simulator right now. They're giving me a methadone, concern Ritalin, Adderall. They're giving me my limitless pill, my modafinil. They got limitless. Actually, the movie Limitless, they actually have that pill in the future. And they're actually going to give it to me here soon. They're going to give me everything here soon. That's going to happen within probably half an hour, 15 minutes. And they'll give me everything. And I'll be wide awake. I'll be alert and focused. I have to have that because I have high levels of spiritual awareness. I'm a super psychic. So I need Adderall, I need methadone, I need Concerta, I need Ritalin, I need modafinil, which is a smart drug. I need limitless pill because I'm a super mind. I'm a genius. My mind is genius. So I need that stuff to facilitate my mind. So right now I'm like racing. Like right now I'm like super racing, and I have ADHD and ADD, which is high level of spiritual awareness, high attention, hyper. I don't know how to say the word. Attention deficit hyper disorder is actually high levels of spiritual awareness being heightened. So you guys, this video, stop this video at 7 on High Queen's Floors and the High Queen's Sorry.